What is up, y'all? It is Middleman TV. Yesterday, my live got cut short. A lot going on. First day back in South Florida, so I had to cut my live short. I got plenty of time to give y'all what I need, man. You see, it's paradise. It's paradise out here, man, on Middleman TV, man. But the boxing information don't stop, man, and don't stop. So we got to get right to it, man. I talked about it briefly, but I had to delete the video yesterday because it was terrible quality. But Teofimo Lopez, Subriel Matias, March 15th, man. This is a fucking firefight, y'all. We got Subriel Matias, a puncher, a guy who they once called the boogeyman at 140, a guy who probably needs to work on his footwork a little bit. Kinda doesn't have a lot to him. Just a power puncher who can throw a lot of punches in bunches, but he's kind of slow, kind of basic. But at the end of the day, if you better be prepared against him, because if you don't keep your hands up, Subriel Matias got the power to knock anybody out, man. So I just want to make that very clear. And on the other end of the spectrum, we got Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Former lineal champion of the world, current champion of the world at 140. And I think Teofimo Lopez versus Subriel Matias is a fucking monster fight, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. Now, obviously, I'm going to favor Teofimo Lopez. I think Teofimo Lopez is much more clever, much quicker, the more athletic fighter overall than Subriel Matias, man. I think Subriel Matias probably has more power, but at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Styles do make fights, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. Every time I think who's going to win this fight, I keep seeing Kambosos knocking down Teofimo in the back of my head, and I go, damn, Teo got to be on point in this fight, man. Because if Teo's not on point in this fight, Subriel could end up knocking him out. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I could see. Now, I don't want that to happen. I'm obviously going to be pulling for my boy, Teofimo Lopez. But Teo going to have to dig deep if you want to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? He going to have to dig real deep. It's not going to be an easy fight, man. Normally when I see Teofimo fight, he's normally the more powerful guy in there. I don't know if he would be against Subriel. This makes for a very intriguing fight because this was a fight that was talked about a couple months ago. Teofimo, can't remember if it was last year or a few months back, where he just basically said that there were no good active Puerto Rican fighters right now, basically dissing the whole land and island of Puerto Rico. And since then there had been a lot of videos. Subriel Matias got caught on video calling out all the 140ers at one point, and he called Teofimo a pussy. And that exact line has been famous and around the boxing world for about a year now. So we all know about that line. So we always knew ever since Teofimo dissed Puerto Ricans, and since Subriel Matias called him Teofimo a pussy, there's always been kind of like some fake beef going on there. Like they never really encountered with each other. There's always been some blood there. And when the fight got announced, I'm not going to lie, it kind of just reminded me of when they went at it at that one time when Subriel Matias called Teofimo a pussy and Teofimo said Puerto Ricans couldn't fight. It reminded me of that moment. So now that we're here, man, my prediction is Teofimo, once again, he's going to have to be the Teofimo that is motivated, the Teofimo that has to dig deep with his back against the wall, because the Teo with no pressure on him, the Teo that just think he has his shit all figured out, that's the Teo that gives us a fucking horrible performance. He did it against Sander, did it against George. I don't want him to do it against Subriel, but I think knowing how dangerous Subriel is, there is no room for taking him lightly. There is no room for that. So I don't think Teofimo, and I think ever since Teofimo lost to Kambosos, he's kind of changed his mindset. I'm not gonna lie. The Sander Martin was kind of a blimp of bad news, but overall, I think Teofimo Lopez has kind of figured out a way to take his fight seriously and not take any of his opponents for granted going forward. That's very important, because in this fight, he's gonna have to really, really, really take Subriel Matias seriously, man, because one slip up, man, could change the fight, man, when you're dealing with a puncher like Subriel Matias. Now, like I said, man, there's a lot of people that are really racially biased and they don't like Teofimo, talking shit about black fighters, talking shit about Puerto Rican fighters. A lot of people want to see Teofimo Lopez lose, man. So they haven't announced a date yet. I mean, they haven't announced a fight location yet. They announced it for March 15th, which I believe was supposed to be the same day as the Gervonta fight. That's gonna be really weird. Um, which leads me into my next topic, the Gervonta Davis fight. Um, the Gervonta Davis fight was scheduled for March 15th against Lamont Roach in New York, Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm on my phone, I'm scrolling, I'm on Instagram, and I see that Gervonta Davis puts on his Instagram, fight is fucking canceled. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, where, how is the fight canceled? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see anybody talking about the fight being canceled. You know what I'm saying? You guys had the press conference in New York. You guys had the press conference in Washington, D.C. So I thought the fight was still going to go on. And then you just get Gervonta Davis randomly on social media, not officially through PBC or through Michael Benson. This is through Gervonta. What the hell? What is up with that? This is through Gervonta Davis directly, saying it on Instagram, saying that the fight is canceled. And I just don't get it, man. Like, what's up with the soft shit with Gervonta Davis, y'all? Have y'all not noticed something? Usually when Gervonta Davis fights, let's go back to his 3 fights, right? Against Ryan Garcia, he was hyped. He was talking shit. He was confident. He was trying to get the crowd under him. Against Rolly Romero, he kept calling dude a goofy. He was trying to get the crowd under him. He was talking all that shit. Even against Frank Martin, he told him, man, you too swole. You took this fight too early. Talking greasy to these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? He was talking real greasy to Frank Martin. He was talking real greasy to Rolly Romero. He was talking real greasy to Ryan Garcia. All of a sudden, you fighting a guy that knows you, a guy that you fought twice in the amateurs, a guy that you do got respect for. Now, all of a sudden, all this weird energy is coming from Tank Davis. I'm talking about showing way too much respect in the press conference, having no energy in New York, basically like being hesitant the whole press conference through. You know what I'm saying? It took somebody to say that we're going to bet money on Lamont for you to really turn up. And then, you know, saying that he's going to retire after the fight. Or he's going to retire at the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? There's that. Then he said he's not going to fight Shakur Stevenson. He keep trying to tell people with a serious face, what has Shakur Stevenson done in boxing? But in the same breath, you fighting Lamont Roach. It's like, bro, like, who is you, like, who? I don't understand. And then, so then you retire, you fight Lamont Roach, and then you announce the fight is canceled on Instagram 3 days later. You already announced you retiring. Don't nobody want to hear that goofy shit. That shit is corny. Then, so the fight is, so the shit corny. So you already, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think it is though. Now I'm making assumptions, but the prices was going down for the Lamont fight. When I say they was going down, they started off at 180. I saw them bitches go down to 140 quick within a week. They're already down to 120. I'm gonna go check the prices when I get off this live later. I guarantee you the prices are probably down to near 100 even. Because at this point we're hearing rumors that it's gonna cancel. All this bullshit, a load of shit. Like, I'm not paying for I was gonna go to the show. I'm not going now. I'm not going until I get more confirmation. And of course, with Gervonta Davis, you just don't know, man. The guy's a fucking weird dude, man. Weird promoter, weird fighter. It is what it is. Al Heyman's a weird guy. Gervonta Davis is an even weirder guy. You got to call it what it is. He's a hell of a fucking fighter. Can punch his ass off, but he's weird. And he not a real, but he's not a real nigga though. Because a real person at the end of the day will call out the great. He'll understand that Shakur is great. You know what I'm saying? Not try to political his way through fighting Shakur and trying to skim his way through it by trying to tell the casual people that Shakur ain't done shit. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So we got Gervonta Davis announcing that his fight with Lamont Roach is going to be canceled, man. I don't know how I feel about this. You know, initially, when I first heard the fight between Lamont Roach and Gervonta, I wasn't excited at all. I thought this fight's a load of shit. Gervonta's cherry picking once again. But then I learned to grow to like it. You know, they had the press conference. They're from the same area. Lamont's talking his shit up way more than Frank Martin was, quite frankly. So I'm like, fuck it. We're here now. Let's watch it. Then we have the press conference in New York. We have the press conference in DC, and then the fight gets canceled according to Gervonta Davis. And now it's just like, bro, you're just wasting our fucking time. You're wasting our energy. As boxing fans, like, you're just wasting time, bro. You're the face of the lightweight division. What are you doing, bro? Like, fight Shakur Stevenson, bro. Like, real shit, bro. Nobody want to see you waste all this time, bro. Like, real shit. Like, you starting to come off as the corniest fighter of all time, bro. And like, if they're not gonna say it on Southpaw TV, if they're not gonna say it on Mazuma TV, if they're not gonna say it on that other weird ass whatchamacallit boxing channel, then we gonna say it right here on fucking Middleman TV. You understand what I'm saying? Because on Middleman TV, we keep it up, we keep it honest. And Gervonta Davis is ruining the game of boxing, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's sad, man. It's sad, man. Hopefully, we get some type of confirmation with this fight in the next week and a half, because I'm ready to know if this fight's gonna go, man. I want to know if I'm gonna buy my ticket or if I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, talking about who's Gervonta gonna fight, or if he's gonna just retire immediately, man. We just don't know, man. Nothing looks clear right now for that show. They have not announced no undercard officially. Is there not enough money? Not enough tickets being sold? Like, what's the secret going on here? Whatever it is, it's not good. I'm telling y'all right now, whatever it is, whether Tank is nervous down low about Lamont, whether the tickets ain't selling for the fight, whether you know what I'm saying, whether the undercard isn't being made properly, I don't know. Maybe all three. Whatever's happening, it's something bad, man. I have a good feeling that Gervonta's not going to end up fighting Lamont Roach, and the fight's going to end up getting canceled. Maybe Gervonta's just talking shit to get tickets to sell, because I'm telling you, the tickets are going down lower and lower. I don't know. I can't confirm anything right now. But this is a bad look. It's a bad look. Boxing fans know what I'm talking about. They know that this is a bad look. They truly understand that this is a bad look for Gervonta Tank Davis. And that Gervonta Tank Davis needs to suck it up. If the fight's canceled, you need to call. Shakur already got a fight lined up. But you could call Keyshawn Davis. You said you was gonna make a call out like, Gervonta, where's your hunger, man? Like, where's your hunger? I get it, you the cash cow. So maybe your hunger not there. But we as boxing fans gotta start calling out the weak shit, man. I don't come on here to preach the game of boxing for us to just condone the weak shit. We don't do that. That's not what we do on Middleman TV. Now, this last topic is a little off topic of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not per se in the ring. It's not per se fighting or combat. But it has to do with a boxer and his girl. And just my opinion on the situation. Now, we have to talk about it. You know, I don't like addressing personal situations in boxing, stuff like that. But in this situation, it's so publicized, it's all over Twitter, that we have to talk about it. So, Devin Haney, his fiance, his baby mother, Lena, I don't know what her last name is, doesn't matter. Well, a video leaked out of her in 2022 of her and Young Thug. Her and Young Thug were talking on a jail call, and to sum up the jail call, you know, Lena was basically telling her Young Thug that she loved him. She doesn't see herself with no other guy besides Young Thug, and she started crying, and you could tell the crying was kind of fake, but you could also tell that the crying was kind of real. Like, she definitely had some feelings for Thug, but like, you could just tell that Lena's just a fake female overall. So I feel like all her tears are fake. You feel me? It's just, but you could tell that she definitely had sex with Thug. Like, I don't think it's even a secret at this point with the way she was coming with that whole. And then she even made a post on Instagram after it got leaked, and she said, that was before I met Devin Haney. So all she did was confirm that she had sex with Young Thug, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, first I want to say, this is why I say, like, social media is a huge problem in relationships and in boxing and in just in life, because if we didn't use social media so damn much, if we weren't so prone to social media, then videos of Lena talking to another man probably would have never even leaked out. You see what I'm saying? But since people are so big on social media, since it's such a huge thing for people, it ended up getting leaked out. You know what I'm saying? This is probably one of those cases where everything is just coming to light, and that we already kind of knew what we knew. I already knew Lena was a gold digger. I discovered Lena years ago. Lena is with this group called Taz Angels. Taz Angels, I don't know exactly what they do, but I know that they were like kind of like, gold diggers in training to a degree, right? Kind of making career off modeling, stuff like that. Beautiful girls trying to make their career off modeling, and they have the look, and they kind of took off with it, gold digging in a way, in a sense. So to me, what I always knew about Lena was Lena is just kind of a fisher. You know what I'm saying? She one of them women. She's very beautiful. I don't know how genuine she truly is, and I think that she's looking for men with money. It's pretty obvious to me. And at the end of the day, she's a grown up, and so are the men that are dating her. And at the end of the day, it's up to you as a man to know if you're making that mistake, and if that girl genuinely loves you, or if that girl is just using you up, man. And in Devin Haney's scenario, obviously, I don't know exactly when they met. I don't got time for all that. But I want to say I've been following Devin Haney for a while now, and I can pretty sure I'm 95% sure that him and Lena started dating in 2022, right? About 2 years ago. Yeah. Now, I remember seeing Lena around in 2022. I'm pretty sure he fought Lomachenko in 2023. He definitely had Lena around for Lomachenko. Um, he might have even had Lena around before Lomachenko. I'm not positive, but yeah. That being said, you know what I'm saying. You can tell that video with Thug was a little old, but at the same time, you could tell that like it happened. You know what I'm saying, and like I don't know how Devin Haney hasn't come out and spoke on it yet, man, but your girl is on camera telling another man she love him and she only want to be with him. You're a boxer. You're already kind of going out sad with the whole suing Ryan Garcia, getting your first loss changed back to an undefeated record, even though people saw you get knocked out. And then now you got your main thing, your main girl, your future fiance, your baby mama on camera telling another man she loved him. A man that just happened to do what 2-3 years behind bars for